Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, former President Donald Trump speaks in Mosinee about the delay of his hush money trial. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Jeremy Wall. Michael has the evening off. Police have identified 59-year-old Scott Jenkins as the suspect in a recent fatal shooting in Eau Claire. Police were called to the 400 block of Gilbert Avenue for a welfare check on August 29th and found 56-year-old Michelle Jenkins dead with multiple gunshot wounds. Scott, Michelle's sibling, was later identified through extensive interviews and neighborhood canvassing. Scott's vehicle was found on Buffalo County and Eau Claire County flock cameras. After establishing a timeline with flock cameras, detectives used City of Eau Claire public safety cameras to discover that Scott had driven to Michelle's residence on the day she was killed. He was traveling between Rochester and Winona. A search warrant was served at his Rochester residence and additional evidence was collected, but he was not located. On Thursday, Scott's vehicle was stopped on I-90 near Highway 43. During the traffic stop, officers found Jenkins deceased in the driver's seat from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Eau Claire police later responded to Winona for further assistance and evidence collection. The U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement placed a detainer on a suspected Venezuelan gang member who was arrested for domestic battery. On Thursday, the Prairie du Chien Police Department responded to the 300 block of East Wells Street for a physical disturbance. When police arrived, they were informed about a man who had physically and sexually assaulted a woman. Later, they discovered that a child was also injured during the incident. The man was later identified as 26-year-old Alejandro Jose Cornel Zarate. Zarate was arrested and is facing several charges, including domestic disorderly conduct, physical abuse to a child, and 2 counts of second-degree sexual assault. Former President Donald Trump visited Wisconsin today campaigning in Mosinee. Trump's campaign stop comes a day after a New York judge delayed the former president's sentencing in a hush money payment case until after the election. Trump told supporters last May's conviction is part of an overall witch hunt against him.
I don't know why they don't do something. They ought to drop it. They shouldn't delay it. They should drop it. Drop all of it. Drop all of it. I've been indicted more than Alphonse Capone. I say it all the time. He's sort of the ultimate, you know, he's the ultimate criminal. I got indicted more than him. My parents are up there. They're great people. They're looking down on me right now. I can't believe this has happened to my son.
A jury found Trump guilty of 34 charges of falsifying business records to cover up a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who alleged she had an affair with the former president. Judge Merchan will now sentence Trump on November 26, 3 weeks after the presidential election.
It was a little bit of a cool one out there, but we do have a slight warm-up going to end our weekend, so definitely still some time to get out there and enjoy it. Now tonight we'll see some cloud cover that's already making its way in. It's going to continue for the night going into the morning hours, so here we are in our sky tracker for tonight. Other than those clouds rolling in, pretty quiet evening ahead of us. Going to be much warmer tonight than we saw last night. Most areas getting near 10 degrees warmer than we were last night, so not going to see any places getting near freezing tonight, thankfully, because that's a little bit too early for that in my opinion. So those clouds are going to stick around into the late morning hours, but it will still be a sunny day. They'll move out by the afternoon hours. Tonight, a low of 50 in La Crosse, warming back up into the 70s once again by noon, and then in Eau Claire just a bit cooler, 47 for tonight, and again getting up into the 70s by noon. There will be a little bit of a light breeze out there. That's really going to be our only impact for tomorrow. Again, as we get into the afternoon, a lot of sunshine for the rest of the day, so the light breeze is going to be the only problem that could occur. Gradual warm-up will continue this week, and we're going to have an abundance of sunshine and very little rain in the forecast ahead, but I'll have the full forecast coming up in a little bit.
I'm looking forward to that warm-up.
Me too.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Today, Army Corporal James P. Race is being laid to rest in Dodgeville 70 years after being declared missing in the Korean War. Governor Tony Evers signed an executive order for flags to be flown at half-staff to honor Corporal Race. During the Korean War, Corporal Reyes served in the Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Regiment, and 2nd Infantry Division. In 1956, the Army recovered unidentified remains from 12 military cemeteries in South Korea, which were later buried in Honolulu, Hawaii at the National Memorial Cemetery. Corporal Reyes' remains were identified by scientists last March. The National Weather Service is teaching the public how to understand the weather. Today, it hosted an open house in La Crosse. The Wait for Food Pantry was also present at the event to collect any non-perishable food items. The open house began at 11 a.m. and was free for the public to attend. One meteorologist says that while the weather is very hard to understand, they try their best to provide an accurate forecast.
I think it would be nice if people just understood the complexity of weather forecasting. You know, we do all we can to try to get the forecasts and the warnings as accurate as we can, but there are still things about the environment and about the atmosphere that we don't fully understand.
Attendees had the opportunity to meet with a local National Weather Service meteorologist, learn about the process of issuing thunderstorm and tornado warnings, and view displays of emergency vehicles. The Mississippi Valley Conservancy is teaching people more about mushrooms. Landowner and board member Fred Kirshner had people on his property in Reedstown today for its guided mushroom foray. Every year, the organization has the activity to teach folks more about mushrooms growing in the area. Kirshner says it's critical so people know what mushrooms are edible and not edible. He also says his favorite part about the foray.
I think meeting the people and all the things that I learn when I participate in them.
Mississippi Valley Conservancy has a lot of different hikes and events throughout the year. Anyone interested in learning more about them can head to news8000.com. We will have a link attached to this article with more information. An event in La Crosse is kicking off fall by giving back. True North Chiropractic hosted its 4th annual Harvest Fest to raise money for local organizations such as the Hunger Task Force, which aims to provide food for those in need. Last year, the fest raised around $1,000 and over 600 non-perishable food items were donated. This year, they hope to exceed last year's donations. The office manager for True North Chiropractic says it's important to uplift the community and the people struggling in it.
Our mission is to enhance lives, and there's no better way to enhance the lives of our community by being out here throwing a big event, and we know that this community definitely has a lot of hunger in it, people struggling with that, so we partner with the Hunger Task Force each year to give back and help support that need.
Attendees could enjoy live music and support local vendors and were encouraged to bring food items or donate money to enter a raffle. The Kiwanis Club of La Crosse is celebrating a milestone of one of its events. Today, volunteers from the global organization are celebrating 50 years of its Day of Fun for Everyone. Folks stopped by Train Park this afternoon for food, games, and prizes. The organization raises money to help kids. Aquinas High School senior John Carney has been volunteering at Day of Fun for Everyone since he was a freshman. He says what keeps bringing him back.
I think what keeps me coming back is knowing that I've made an impact in helping others and helping them have a fun day and giving them a good reason to come back also.
Carney adds one of his favorite memories was taking a hayride at Copeland Park and meeting new people there. Pride in the Park is celebrating love in La Crosse. Hosted by Seven Rivers, the event is the city's biggest pride event of the year, creating advocacy, safety, and connection for the LGBTQ+ community. Today, dozens packed into Riverside Park to show their support for them. Pride in the Park comes 3 months after Pride Month. Seven Rivers intern Joseph Giacomazzo says why they're having it now.
The reason why we actually hold Pride in the Park when we do is to, that way we don't have to detract from anybody's celebration and everybody can have time to travel throughout the state if they want to and hit Chicago, hit Milwaukee, hit all the surrounding areas, and then be able to have time and celebrate here in La Crosse too.
Giacomazzo also says he loves seeing people come out, come together, and new faces. Still ahead on News 8 Now, a terror attack in New York has been stopped. We'll have more right after the break.
Donald Trump's back, and he's out for control.
I would have every right to go after them.
Complete control.
I will wield that power very aggressively.
And he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025. a 922-page blueprint to make Donald Trump the most powerful president ever, overhauling the Department of Justice, giving Trump the unchecked power to seek vengeance, eliminating the Department of Education, and defunding K-12 schools, requiring the government to monitor women's pregnancies, and severe cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump may try to deny it, but those are Donald Trump's plans.
Well, revenge does take time, I will say that. And sometimes revenge can be justified.
He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Right now, it's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices, like this two-piece sectional for just $1,299 after discount. Or pay no interest for 3 years. The Labor Day sale at Home Furniture ends Wednesday.
What's up, Wisconsin? It's Ches Malusi here. I'm back. I'm ready to finish what I came here to do. They think they're gonna stop me this Saturday? Not a chance. I'm Iron Jock ready. Iron Jock is what's inside.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. Officials in New York say they have foiled a planned terror attack timed to target Jews on October 7th. A Pakistani citizen living in Canada is now in custody facing terror charges. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
The arrest happened Wednesday, just 12 miles from the U.S. border in Ormstown, Canada. Authorities say 20-year-old Mohammed Shazeb Khan was traveling to New York City with plans to attack Jews in a mass shooting. In a criminal complaint, the FBI said last November, Khan, a Pakistani citizen living in Canada, began posting on social media in support of ISIS and started communicating with 2 undercover law enforcement officers.
During our investigation, we discovered Khan used encrypted messaging apps in planning a mass shooting attack at a Jewish site in New York City.
Authorities say he planned to attack in New York around October 7th, 1 year after the Hamas terror attack in Israel. The complaint says he targeted New York because it has the, quote, largest Jewish population in America, and boasted we could easily rack up a lot of Jews.
Once we uncovered this threat, we worked with our partners in Canada to arrest Khan before he could carry out his deadly plot.
The Justice Department says on Wednesday, Khan used 3 different cars to travel across Canada with plans to cross into the U.S. illegally. He was arrested near the border where a resident saw a SWAT team put a man in handcuffs.
They were here for quite a while. They went through the car. They took evidence. We saw the stuff that they took out of the car.
Khan is charged with 1 count of attempting to provide support to terrorists and will appear in court in Canada September 13th. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
If convicted, the suspect faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Coming up on News 8, how weight loss surgery could benefit your blood pressure readings.
And we're seeing a little bit of a warm-up going into Sunday, and we might even see 90 again. I'll have all the details and your full forecast coming up after the break.
Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote that created America's inflation.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the bill is passed.
Economists said Harris's vote led directly to the higher prices we pay. 22% more for groceries, 50% more for gas. Mortgage costs nearly double. Thanks a lot, Kamala. Trump had our economy humming. He'll do it again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you can always find the best brands at the best prices. But for a limited time only, we're offering our lowest prices of the year throughout the store. Like 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand wild bird food. Rewards members get 2 for $12. 40-pound bags of Easy Heat wood fuel pellets, $4.39 each. And 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand Easy Scoop cat litter, 4 for $24. Don't miss your chance to get our lowest prices of the year. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown raspberries, squash, crowd cabbage, popcorn, and large selection of apples. Hardy Mums are now in bloom and available at Jolivet's. Find distinctive crafts and decor, Wisconsin wines, take home some apple crisp, apple pies, caramel apples, and apple cider donuts from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
We ask the decision makers what they look for when buying a home. What's in your dream home?
Stuffies. Hot Wheels.
How much does a house cost?
$50. $200. $500,000. A lot.
If you're looking to purchase a home, our experienced team would love to help you find the right financing for your needs. Stop by or call to meet with a mortgage lender today. Riverbank. Local banking made simple.
Improving your home, improving your life with new windows. If you are tired of old windows that don't open or close properly, that are drafty and cold, that are rotting and falling apart, your life can be better. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and peace of mind with new windows. Feel good when your home looks great inside and out. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store, 524 Copeland, La Crosse.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
People who have weight loss surgery may also get another benefit, improved blood pressure readings. Analysis from 18 controlled trials shows bariatric surgery is a lasting solution for obesity-related hypertension. Researchers say it results in high blood pressure remission for some and less dependence on medications for other patients. Teens with depressive symptoms are twice as likely to vape than other students. A study out of Australia surveyed more than 5,000 students. About 8% reported having used e-cigarettes before. Those with poor mental health, moderate or high stress, and low well-being were the students most likely to have vaped at some point. All right, let's send it over to First Warn weather meteorologist Nicole Skaliski with the latest on our forecast. And Nicole, it feels like fall today, but it's going to get better as the week progresses.
Yeah, it's definitely felt like fall for the past few days. Honestly, we were staying in the 60s for the past couple days, and it felt good in my opinion, but it's going to feel even greater to get back into the 80s. So here we are in our seasonal directory. We just got through that false fall. Now, we are technically in meteorological fall, but we are going to track a little bit of a warm-up that's going to send us into our second summer. Here's our average for this time of year. Our high should be between 75 to 80 degrees. We were well below that the past few days, staying in the mid-60s across much of the area, but that's going to change as we get into tomorrow. Here's our sky tracker again. As I mentioned earlier, we'll see some clouds rolling in into the morning hours. Those should dissipate, though, as we get into the afternoon, really allowing us to warm up much higher than we've seen as of lately. 79 for the high in La Crosse, 77 in Eau Claire, much of the area in the mid to upper 70s, and that's a direct result from this wind shift. The past few days we had winds primarily out of the north, and that really brought down much cooler air, but now overnight we're going to see it shift to be more out of the west, southwest, and that's really going to block off any more colder air moving in. As we get into tonight, or excuse me, into the night, it should stay pretty clear if you have any plans for Sunday night. It's going to be a nice one. Now, the only impact tomorrow that we're tracking is a light breeze. We could see sustained winds anywhere from 10 to 14 miles per hour. Could be gusting near 20 miles an hour, but that should really only be an impact in the afternoon hours as they'll die down once that sun sets. So here's a look at our week ahead. Southerly winds for much of the week. That's really going to be bringing up some of that warmer Gulf air, and it's going to contribute to a daily gradual warm up every day this week. And then by Thursday, could potentially even be nearing 90 again. It's been a while since we got there, so it's going to feel great. Here's that high pressure system that was over us for a few days, really going to be that factor that's giving us this quieter weather. As it moves south, we're going to see that circulation kind of bringing up that more southern air into the area, those southerly winds, and they're just going to stick around for much of the week. As we can see, Tuesday morning still got that southerly flow going into Wednesday and Thursday as well. All of the winds staying going from the south. So it's definitely going to be a warm week coming up, although as we can see going into Friday, we'll see a low pressure system off to the west start to slowly make its way over with an associated cold front. It's going to take a while for it to get here, though. We really don't have any precipitation chances until late into the weekend, and that is going to be from that cold front. Here we are Saturday going into Saturday night, only have a 20% chance of rain, and that'll be from that cold front once it eventually makes its way over here. Other than that, very dry week ahead, not a lot in terms of weather, pretty quiet other than this warm up that we're experiencing. We'll start to feel it tonight, nearly 10 degrees above where we were last night, and then tomorrow will be much warmer, getting into the upper 70s once again. Going to feel great out there, a great way to end the weekend. And then looking at the week ahead, 85 by Monday, going to feel a great warm up, and then by Thursday again nearing 90. Some places could even see it, 89 for the high. And then just a slight chance of showers going into the weekend. Other than that, again, a really quiet weather week, not really much in terms of the impacts, so definitely enjoy it if you have the time to get out there.
I will definitely be enjoying it, and I'll take all those nice temperatures. Nicole, thank you. Coming up in sports, the Badgers were looking for their second win of the season, plus the V-Hawks back on the volleyball court taking on a familiar foe. Kate has the highlights right after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
I don't need much, just the chance to work hard and take care of my family. But Biden, Harris, and the Washington Democrats have made that tough. Inflation is crushing us. Go to the parts store, the grocery store, the gas station. You feel it everywhere. And what has Tammy Baldwin done? Not a damn thing. She's been right there with them, raising taxes, spending more, backing Biden, Harris, hurting Wisconsin.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
You just have to get in the seat of a John Deere Gator XUV 835M, not because of the spacious cargo box, or because it can tackle any terrain, not even because it tows up to 4,000 pounds. You just have to get in the seat because something about being this productive just makes you smile.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a Deere. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
At River Valley Remodelers, we know that the bathroom is the most personal space in your house. That's why we don't come in with preconceived ideas or cookie-cutter installs. We'll sit down and talk with you about your needs and dreams. Whether it's a tub or shower or an entire bathroom design, we'll take the time to talk with you and get things just the way you want it. For a limited time, get a free shower door or a color upgrade with your shower purchase. So let's talk about the most personal room in your house. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Saturdays in September can only mean one thing. College football is here. The Badgers in action this afternoon, hosting South Dakota, trying to get some more work in before Alabama comes to town next week. Let's go to Camp Randall Stadium. Ground and pound game for the Badgers worked last week, but drive one. They're going to the air. Tyler Van Dyke chased out of the pocket, gets some space. He's going to connect with Vinny Anthony for a 32-yard pickup. And then later in the drive, it's Chez Malusi taking it in from 8 yards out. Badgers go up 7-0. Later in the quarter, 3rd and 2 for Wisconsin. Van Dyke, he's going to run it. No, he's going to pass, and he has C.J. Williams wide open. Nobody near him. Badgers go up 14. But in the second half, South Dakota hanging around. Just a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. 4th and goal for Wisconsin, and they're going for it. Handoff to Malusi, and he's in. Touchdown, Wisconsin adds to their lead as they get the win, 27-13, the final.
This was one that, to be honest with you,
I just knew it was going to be some version of a true battle and a fight. And I think some people just assume, that hey, your guys are going to blow out these first couple games and things are going to roll. But I had a good idea that we were going to be tested and tested in a different way. We got tested in the first week. We got tested again this week. But I'm telling you that these are the things that continue to make us grow. These are the things that get you battle tested.
Well, let's hope Fickell is right, because this team has to be battle tested if they want to pull off an upset win next week. Get ready. Badgers are set to host the Alabama Crimson Tide. Both teams 2-0. This will be just the third time the two teams have faced in program history. And a quick check-in from Minnesota. Gophers up 3 in the second quarter, but Darius Taylor gets the house call. Gophers go up 10. Then just over a minute to go before halftime. This time it's Marcus Major getting the call. This one from 2 yards out. Gophers go up 17. Then in the second, Gophers starting to pour it on. Max Brosmer gonna go deep, and that's Lemeke Brockington into the end zone for the score. Minnesota dominates. They get the win 48-0. I was gonna do a recap from last night's Packer game, but this is the only thing we need to worry about right now. Last play of the game, Jordan Love goes down. It was a scary sight, and with it being at the end of the game and reporters in Brazil not being allowed to tweet, it was hard to know what exactly was going on. But the good news is he's not out for the season. It's being reported as an MCL sprain, and they're hoping to have him back in a few weeks. But until we know more, Green Bay will be looking to Malik Willis or Sean Clifford for the immediate future. We've got a full slate of NFL action tomorrow, including the debut of the Minnesota Vikings as they're traveling to New Jersey for a 12 p.m. game against the New York Giants. Sam Darnold, the starting QB for Minnesota. Daniel Jones for New York. I'll have highlights tomorrow. The Turbo Volleyball had a slow start to the season, starting just 1-5, but the Seahawks have bounced back and had a chance to get above 500 with a couple of wins today. Let's go there. Seahawks taking on former conference foe Dakota State. First set, a nice serve gives Viterbo a good look. Kaylee Cole sets it to Martina McGrath. She gets a kill. Point Seahawks. Later, now on set point, and keep your eye on number 3. That's Jada Mitchell getting up for the kill, and she can fly. Viterbo takes the first set 25-18. Second set, Viterbo not letting off the gas. Dakota State, nice effort, but the Seahawks going right back to Mitchell. The Trojans not going to stop that. Viterbo takes the set. They would go on to win 3-1. And then in their second match of the day, Viterbo took down Valley City State 3-1, which brings their record on the season to 8-7. And with those wins today, head coach Ryan DeLong gets his 600th career win. Packed show we've got. MLB action. Brewers hosting the Rockies. First inning, nobody on, but Willie Adames has turned it on recently. Sends this one out to right. That's gone for a solo shot. Milwaukee jumps in front. Very next batter, and Gary Sanchez is going back to back. This is what you call a no-doubter, deep to left. Brewers go up 2. Then in the third inning, man on first for William Contreras, and he wants in on the home run fun. He blasts one out to right for a 2-run shot. Milwaukee gets the win 5-2. And real quick, Twins versus Royals tied in the 8th, but with runners at the corners, Bobby Witt Jr. is going to give Kansas City the lead. A single up the middle, and they wouldn't look back. Royals win 4-2. Twins wild card lead still at 4 games. These two teams will go again tomorrow. And no mention of the Iowa versus Iowa State game, because my Iowa Hawkeyes fell short. Now, Nicole's over there smiling in her weather center because her Cyclones finally got a win. I'm sure she'll say something about it as she's got one more look at the weather when we come back.
We know Wisconsin workers can get the job done.
But China has been taking our jobs.
For years, our government built America's infrastructure with Chinese iron and steel. I said that's got to change.
Tammy Baldwin wrote the law to make sure American projects are made with American iron and steel. Now we're getting more work in Wisconsin.
With Wisconsin workers.
Tammy Baldwin stood up to China and our government.
She got the job done.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
We're investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns. T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Whether you're an established business owner or just getting started, we can offer multiple services to help manage your financial goals.
I'm Patrick Crayons, owner of P Contracting and Excavating. Been a customer of Union State Bank for a little over a year now. I chose to work with Chad at Union State Bank because of our great friendship and their professionalism in the Black River Falls area. My overall experience with Union State Bank has been phenomenal, and I would highly recommend them to anybody looking for a financial institution to work with.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
In New York, a 13-foot albino Bernese python, the one you see right there, has a new home in Rome. The snake, whose name is Mango, is now at the Fort Ricky Discovery Zoo. Last month, the zoo received an email about the reptile being kept at a home in New Hartford. The well-cared-for and unpermitted python was soon seized from its willing owner. An interesting fact about Mango: she was born with the same amount of scales she'll die with. She won't grow more as she gets older. The one she has will just grow larger. Mango is on full display at the Fort Ricky Discovery Zoo. We'll be right back right after this.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you can always find the best brands at the best prices. But for a limited time only, we're offering our lowest prices of the year throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $10.99 each. 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand wild bird food. Rewards members get 2 for $12. Guardian Swift Pick pine shavings, only $5.49 a bundle. And buy early and get $150 instant savings on this Cub Cadet snow thrower. Don't miss your chance to get our lowest prices of the year, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Arbys is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5. Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arbys, we have the meats.
Well, I am really happy to tell you that we have already made a commitment at Gunderson to do that. So we have asked all of our folks that when you need to fly, that you please prioritize flying out of La Crosse. We believe it's really important. It's our duty. We're the largest employer in this community, and I want to make sure that this airport is here for the long run, and we're committed to that. So people are taking that seriously and doing just that.
Don't sweat the prices this summer at Black River Furniture Outlet. Stop in and try out our new Poly Outdoor. Bottom prices on top quality fan back, rollback, and swivel gliders. Love seats, pub seats, side tables, and more. Shop rustic cabin furniture handcrafted from real wood, perfect for any home. Accent with chair sides, lamps, and a huge selection of rugs. Finish up in the bed shed and browse different styles for any size. Storage beds and bunk beds available. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
La Crosse County Library is celebrating the art of storytelling with a festival on Saturday, September 7th at the Onalaska Public Library. Learn about the culture, traditions, and stories of local refugees and immigrants with a panel of storytellers. Home and Family Fun Night takes place the second Tuesday each month this fall, starting September 10th. Fun for your entire family with a shared meal, games, crafts, and activities at the Holman Area Community Center.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw, and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
At Riverbank, we care about your kids' financial future, so we went right to the source to learn how they think about money. If your piggy bank could talk, what would it say?
Money. Oink, oink.
What's the most important thing to remember about money?
You can spend it on a lot of great things. To save money at Riverbank.
Check out our youth savings account featuring 6% APY to help your child start saving today. Riverbank, local banking made simple.
And that's going to do it for this edition of News 8 Now This Weekend. Good night, everyone.